Well, Peter, the next part of our job is to go to the Big Hat and teach them hockey.
The arena, the Olympic arena?
You betcha.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay. Good. Oh, look at that. You don't need me. You don't need me.
Itch. Knee. That. Go.
There she comes. Shot. Oh, goalie.
Bonjour, or as we say here in Asia, bonjour.
Now, there's only one way Lucien Bouchard gets laughs. That's if he's played by Don Ferguson of TV's hit show, The Royal Canadian Air Farce. Now, Don's worked at skewering well-known Canadians since the early 70s. His first job as a comedian was with a troupe called the Jest Society. Next, it was the Air Farce, where Don became best known for his satirical impressions.
Monsieur Trudeau, your usual table?
Oh, you know me, Armand. I'm not fussy. If any old table will do, as long as it's on a raised dais and has a canopy over the throne.
Don kept us laughing for over 20 years with the Air Farce on CBC Radio. The success of that work led to a network TV show.
Whenever I leave Quebec, my popularity goes up. I figure if I never come back, I'll be so popular, I can win the next referendum, eh?
Now, it's the #1 comedy show in Canada. Don takes the pressure of being #1 in stride. He still walks to work when he can, trying to maintain a normal life. Although a normal life is tough with the demands of his job.
The most difficult thing about the pace we keep up is you don't get a chance to recharge. You don't get enough downtime. And I like things like reading and gardening, and I like playing sports. And I just find that it's very, very hard to make time for those things.
Well, there are a lot of people.
That's because Don's job has him constantly on the go. First up on this workday, he's at a local mall to promote the new Air Farce video and answer a few questions about his job.
What was your favorite target for the chicken cannon?
When we did Mike Harris, everybody wanted us to do Mike Harris. What we try to create for our audience is an opportunity to sit back and just relax. You're not going to have any anxiety. There's no angst. You're just going to laugh. It's just going to be fun. And yeah, it takes a lot of work to make it seem like there's no work involved.
Voiceovers.
Price of gold is down 1 cent. The price of gold is down 1 cent.
To get the show on the air every week, Don must work 12 to 14-hour days. And from rehearsal to performance, every minute is accounted for.
Something about Tibet I like.
There's simply no time to waste. We have to get the show produced Thursday night and on the air Friday. There are certain steps you have to take during the week.
I wonder if I should, instead of here, I say I'm going to stay away. So I'm going to stay away. I think it's stronger.
We get our scripts on Monday morning. We sit around and read it as performers with our director. After that, we have a meeting with our first meeting with the production designer, and we discuss what kind of looks he's thinking of for the sets. Thursday night we tape it twice in front of different audiences, and Friday we edit it and put it on the air. It's a madhouse. And the pressure never lets up. I mean, there's no time to screw things up during the week because you simply have to deliver a half-hour show Friday.
Now, Don's job at the Air Farce has him wearing a lot of hats, and not just for his performance each week. You see, along with partner Roger Abbott, Don does double duty as producer of the show.
Some really good copy.
We talk constantly about what's going on. We talk about the show, about the set, about the way somebody's performing something. It's like a marriage where there are several people in it. And we made a pact among ourselves years ago that as long as it was fun, we would keep doing it.
Mordecai Richler won this country's richest literary award, the Giller Prize. Am I supposed to? One, right?
Now, in addition to Don's political impressions, one of his best-known characters, and one of my favorites, is Seamus O'Toole. At today's dress rehearsal, I'm reading along with Don because later on the Air Farce production schedule, he wants me to play Seamus O'Toole. Now, the O'Toole brothers are these two Newfoundlanders who read a very strange brew of news called News from Away.
Thank you very much. Some of my best work, I do believe.
And as I was following along, I sure was having trouble with the accent. So during a crew break, Don gave me the whole story about playing Seamus.
Okay, how does the accent go exactly?
Don't ask me. You say Newfoundland, or you say understand. Understand, Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. How are you, me old trout?
That's pretty good.
Is it?
Well, I'd say it's good enough. I don't want you taking my job.
Okay, and then what's this?
The song.
Tall men dribble their balls. Oh, there's women refs, and I can't be gladder.
That's
And
it.
I can't be gladder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna punt it.
That's why we call that rehearsal. Here we go.
There's women refs, and I can't be gladder. Well, as we marched out to the set, I have to admit I was totally at sea. I didn't really have my timing down, my accent down. The song had me really down.
Okay, that's great. We're set. He's nervous. I can tell he's nervous.
News from away with your news anchors, Jimmy and Seamus O'Toole.
How's she going, my trout?
Former Miss Canada International Danielle House is appearing in this month's Playboy magazine, Jimmy. Sales are very brisk.
Now, why on earth, Seamus, would anybody want to buy a copy of that magazine? Mother of God, good boy. Elsewhere.
Oh, man, I can't believe it. I opened the wrong page. Boy, this comedy thing is difficult. Never mind writing and delivery and rehearsal and timing. I realized there's a big difference between being funny and being funny every Friday night, like Don Ferguson.
But I feels that song coming on. Oh, there's women refs and I can't be gladder. To go eye to eye, they'll need a ladder. They'll gladly make their calls as tall men dribble their balls. Oh, there's women refs and I can't be gladder. You're no tool, my trout. You're no tool.
I don't know. I think I sounded like Preston Manning in most of that.
Let me rephrase that. You're a tool. Here comes Seamus, Don Ferguson.
Here we go.
Oh,
We certainly do like to succeed at what we're doing. We want to be the best. But frankly, if you're working at anything and you love what you're doing, you want to be the best at it.
Former Miss Canada International Danielle House is appearing in this month's Playboy magazine. Sales are very brisk.
Now, why on earth would anybody buy a copy of that magazine? Good point.
I got the best job in the world. Every week it's like you won the lottery, you know? This is your job. It's my job. Wow.
They'll gladly make their calls as tall men dribble their balls. Oh, there's women refs and I can't be gladder.
Stand by me, old trouts. We've got viewer mail from Japan. Oh, domo tuo a letter. Great. Okay, well, this is viewer mail time. I just love this part, Boyd. It says, Dear Peter, love your show. I actually won't read them unless they say that. It says, I just can't seem to communicate with my boss. Whenever I pitch him an idea, it feels like we're speaking different languages. Yeah, can Lynn help me out?
Good question.
Very good question. Well, actually, yes, we can, because we actually have Lynn via satellite back in Canada. Lynn, can you hear me? Have we got a connection there?
Hi, Peter. It's a good connection. I can hear you.
Oh, good. Okay, well, Lynn, what do you do if you can't communicate with your boss, if you got a problem?
First, be neutral in both your words and your voice. You'll come across as being reasoned and logical. Second, be clear and concise. Stay focused on the issue at hand. If you get sidetracked, your message will too. And third, Peter, remember that communication is a two-way street. It involves speaking and listening. So listen carefully and try to recap what's been said. That way you'll both be in agreement.
Well, great advice as usual, Lynn. Thank you very much. Hey, before you go, listen to what we've learned. Go!
And now you can surf the hardest working website on the net, www.tv.cbc.ca/It's a Living.
Fantastic. And join us next week on It's a Living. We're home from Japan and off to LA, where we're spending a day on the set with Phil Hartman, big star in news radio.
I want to be down here, down where John Wayne is.